안녕하세요. Gingjao, Tweety, Wednesday, Mabuhay, Nihama, Assalamu alaikum, Shalom, Takanas, Bonjour. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be here in Fairfax County. So, we are a nation of immigrants. It makes us unique among nations. Many of you and your ancestors could have gone to France and lived there 3 generations, but you'd never be considered a Frenchman. Could have gone to Germany, lived your life in Berlin, but you'd never be considered a German. But anyone can come to the United States and become an American. And that is our gift to this world. And we are so happy you did. You know, there was a Turner thesis at the beginning of the century that said that once America had reached from the Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean and reached its manifest destiny, that the pioneer spirit, which made America unique, would be gone. Unfortunately, what they left out is that that's not true, because with each new wave of immigration, a new pioneer spirit comes. And you can see it in the Hispanic offices and restaurants at Bailey's Crossroads. You can see it in Annandale and the Korean shops there. You can see it at the Eden Center. As you move across here, thousands of people have come from all over the world to make Northern Virginia their home, where they can prosper and grow. They don't come for a handout or welfare. They come for the freedom, the opportunity that this area and this country offers. And you have made us richer by far. And I will tell you what an honor it is to represent such a growing, strong, intelligent, diverse constituency as we have here in Northern Virginia. And I thank you for that privilege. Frank has talked about some of the things that we've accomplished together, that working on the Korean Free Trade Agreement, something our opponents opposed that we're working with, working on the visa waiver program for Korea, TPS extensions for our friends in El Salvador. Frank talked about the Vietnam Human Rights Act. I've been the proud sponsor of Vietnam Human Rights Day in the House of Representatives. The U.S.-Indian Nuclear Pact we talked about. Our trade with our friends to the south, NAFTA and CAFTA, so important to developing those economies. Something that we have supported, something that helps both nations, helps bring us together with our neighbors to the south, something that our opponents just unalterably oppose. H-1B visas, George, we've worked very hard on bringing some of the brightest people to this country where they can grow and prosper and start those companies and create those jobs in America as well. I was pleased right after 9/11 to be able to come to the floor of the House of Representatives with a Democrat, Dave Bonner, to bring forward a resolution praising the celebrations of our friends in the Arab and the Muslim and the South Asian community and the Sikhs for their contributions and recognizing what they did, calling for non-discrimination. They had nothing to do with 9/11. Islam was hijacked on 9/11 along with those planes. And remembering that as Americans, we need to stand together and recognize the diversity of this country. So most of all, what you see on this stage are political leaders who recognize that diversity is great, immigration is great, but without a political system and a free system that rewards opportunity, we're going nowhere. Now, our opponents have a different philosophy. They think that it all starts and ends with the government. That if it moves, well, you tax it. If it keeps moving, you regulate it, and if it stops moving, then you subsidize it. That somehow, if the government doesn't do it, it doesn't happen. But I would say here, you are living proof. You are living proof that allowing people who are willing to work hard, people who are innovative, that we have an economic system here where you can prosper and has brought the best and the brightest from all over the world centered right here in America. And that is what's made us the greatest nation on earth. The Republican Party is our historic home, recognizing these truths. Now, this is a tough year. You can go out and you can read the polls. You can look at the local press. You can see we're all under fire at this point. And we need your help, unlike some other years. And I'm going to ask you to do just really one thing before you leave here today, if you haven't already done it. I'm going to tell a story first. Some of you have heard it before, but this goes back to 1991 when I was running for chairman of the county board. I was running against a Democratic incumbent A lot of people counted us out. Our friends in the ethnic community rallied. We ended up winning that race. But I was driving home late one night on Route 66 from an event in Western Fairfax. It was pouring rain. And there off on the side of the road, in a side of the road that was not very well lit, I saw a lady trying to change her flat tire. And as I approached her car, I noticed one thing. She had a Tom Davis sticker on her bumper. So I did what any of us would do. I pulled over to the side of the road. I introduced myself. I let her sit in my air-conditioned car, listen to my AM/FM stereo, and use my car phone while I changed the tire for her. Now, I can't promise everybody that if you put that sticker on, that I'll be driving by, or Tom will be driving by, or Frank, or George. But if we do, we're going to be there for you. And I had another incident in Crystal City where I saw a car where the meter had expired in front of it. I looked on the back, it had a Tom Davis sticker. 2 quarters I put in the meter. That person will never know. They'll never know. They didn't get it, but they will never know. But that's an investment. So whether it's Davis, whether it's O'Donoghue, whether it's Allen, or whether it's Wolf, when you go today, we paid extra for these stickers, by the way. So right after the election, they peel off in 1, maybe 2 cuts at it. If they won't, I'll tell you, you can call George Allen personally. Will come take it off. But we did a study at the Republican National Committee. We saw that the name identification a candidate gets the last 2 months of a campaign is equivalent to about $250 contribution. Doesn't mean you get your money back if you put the sticker on, but it does mean when you leave today, if you can take a yard sign, if you can take a bumper sticker, let's go that extra effort for the team. We got a great team up here, and let's go on to victory November 6th. Thank you.